CD Projekt Red plans on cutting 100 workers in the next 9 months. The FTC withdraws its challenge against the Activision Blizzard Microsoft purchase. And Ubisoft backtracks claims of deleting players' games and accounts for inactivity. All of this in this week's gaming news, and it starts right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to MaxCubeGaming News. If it's your first time being here in this channel, feel free to drop a subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts at the end of this video. So let's begin with the first topic of 3 in this week's gaming news. This is by Polygon.com. CD Projekt Red laying off roughly 100 workers in the next 9 months. This is by Nicole Carpenter. Despite multiple projects in development, The Witcher Cyberpunk publisher is cutting jobs, you guys. Sad. Cyberpunk 2077, and Witcher 3 Studios, CD Projekt Red, is laying off roughly 100 workers, 9% of its staff, due to what they are describing as overstaff. Despite several projects in development, including games related to The Witcher, Cyberpunk, and new franchises, CD Projekt Red CEO Adam Krishnick in a blog says that the company has carefully assessed its need leading into next year and will have to work for impact people in 2024. He states, and I quote, "We want team members to have ample time to process and adjust to changes, and we've also made sure to offer everyone a comprehensive service package," end quote. He continues by saying, "To meet our own high expectations and ambitions to create the best role-playing games, we not only want to have the best people, but also the right teams. What we mean by that is having teams that are built around our project's needs, teams that are more aligned and more effective. At this point in time, we're certain that CD Projekt Red to grow what we need to currencies in impelling the approach." Oh man, this is actually very contradictory, because it's indicating that they're gonna do cuts over like 9%, even though they had a good financial quarter because of the revamping of Cyberpunk 2077, and it's indicating that the net profits for the company reached 340 million in Poland and roughly $100 million from the 953 Poland money and 238 million in revenue. And it shows that they are trying to compress, obviously, to create more profits and margins for the investors. But what I think is causing more of a red flag is you created Cyberpunk. It was a rocky launch. Now you're giving up on Gwen. They're no longer supporting Gwen, and they're shutting down that team with laying off over 30 developers, which they did on May. And it shows that when you're lowering a team, it's because you're doing damage control. In my opinion, the more you have, the more you need to be able to profit wise and create a good margin, have a good team, and slow down your productivity to making sure that you are releasing product that works on launch. Once again, the biggest problem in gaming modern era is that there is more quantity over quality, and you need to have good developer teams. You need to have a big staff if you're going to be fumbling around 2 franchises, maybe 3 franchises, because when you have in the mix, there are going to be productivity issues, burnouts, inaccuracy, stress, and other negative things that could cause your game to suffer, your product to suffer at the end of the day. So what do you think about this? Do you think this is just damage control, just business, the right move for CD Projekt Red to lower their staff pretty much firing those who messed up, possibly, but firing those who actually didn't perform well for Cyberpunk's creation and development. Let me know in the comments below. So, moving on, and this next topic is something that I'm just like, finally, get it over with. It's gonna happen, and it's by The Verge. The FTC withdraws its in-house challenge to Microsoft's Activision Blizzard deal. An in-house case was set to go before a judge in August and could be refiled in the future, so it's not over yet. The FTC is suspending an administrative challenge (PDF) seeking to block Microsoft from buying Activision Blizzard. The FTC has taken a two-pronged approach against the $68.7 billion deal filed the case last December that was scheduled to go before its administrative judge August 2nd. So during the acquisition and the attempt to close the deal, it seems like there was plans to put a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction that would have stopped Microsoft closing its deal, while the FTC administrative process continued. So the process is put on hold. This also comes within the Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal still being in the acquisition phase, as they announced an extension of their mutuality agreement to a deadline up to October 18th of this year. The FTC could refile this administrative challenge, all while Microsoft continues to negotiate with the UK. And we noted, they talked about it, The Verge talked about it this year, there are signs of things may take longer, as Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, told employees of the two companies remain optimistic that we will get our acquisition over the finish line, and end quotes. So this is a win for Microsoft. Hopefully this ends. Just let it happen. For me, in my eyes, I think Activision Blizzard on its own wasn't good. The accusations, the reputation. I am playing World of Warcraft because Microsoft is getting their hands into the company, because there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel. During all this cataclysmic effect with all that occurred not so long ago, just let it happen. The UK is the only nation that is preventing the acquisition at a full stop. The rest of the EU has agreed. Every other region has not contested, and the US is now withdrawing for now. I just want it to happen. Just seal a deal, sign it, seal and delivered. Call of Duty will still be cross-platform. World of Warcraft and other Blizzard games are gonna still be available. And now you have Steam having Overwatch. Let it happen. What are your thoughts? Should it just be, like I said, let it happen, or do you think it's a bad idea for Microsoft to own Activision Blizzard? Let me know in the comments below. And last but not least, guys, also by The Verge, no, Ubisoft won't delete your game files accounts, it claims. Guys, this is after a Twitter post was pretty much put on where Ubisoft says that they're going to be locking down accounts if you do not play in their engine, if you're not active within a period of time. So here is the tweet of inactivity that could result in you losing your games. Ubisoft says, "Hello, we have noticed that you have not been using your Ubisoft account associated with the email blank blank blank. This is also sent to somebody and they reposted it. They were sending it to customers. We have temporarily suspended your inactivity Ubisoft account and will be closing it permanently in 30 days in the accordance of our term of use. If you wish to keep your Activision account, You can cancel its closure by clicking on the cancel button below. Now, Ubisoft is backtracking by saying, and I quote, accounts that are including PC game purchases not eligible for deletion. Ubisoft Senior Corporate Communication Manager Jessica Roach says to The Verge. Last week, a tweet screenshot of Ubisoft email put gamers in some of a panic because it seems that Ubisoft was planning to delete inactive accounts. Indicates also Ubisoft support saying, hey there, we just wanted to chime in that you can avoid the account closure by logging into your account within 30 days. In the parentheses, since receiving the email in picture. And selecting the cancel account closure link claim in the email, we certainly do not want to lose you, and so on and so forth. But they yet still counter because The Verge asks them, why are you deleting accounts if they haven't been signed in? And they say, for years now, we have implied our account deletion process implication with the requirements of the GDPR, Article S.1e, on the obligation to limit the data restriction period. Our policies are aligned with the legal requirements and with standards of the industry. This measure also acts as a protection for our players against fraud. Account deletions follows a very strict process, such as we take into consideration a following critique before an account deletion. 1. Gaming activity at the account since its creation. 2. The account's libraries. Accounts that includes purchased PC games are not eligible for deletion. 3. The duration of the inactivity accounts, meaning the last login for ecosystem or their ecosystem, including the Ubisoft games, Steam, and other platforms. And lastly, in practice, as of today, we have never deleted accounts that have inactivity for less than 4 years. Also, the existence of an active subscription ties to the account. And then it indicates, in any case, before deletion is permanent, 3 emails are sent to the player over 30-day period, offering to restore their accounts. In addition, if the user tries to log in during 30 days window, they will automatically receive a warning and a link to reactivate their account. It seems like somebody in Ubisoft was kind of raging and was like, screw it, I'm gonna delete your account, his account, their account, get on Ubisoft, or I will delete it. And also, this is nothing to do with courts, it's totally different. But it seems like they were kind of saying either play our games, purchase something, or we'll delete everything. They had to backtrack and explain that that's not the case, and these are all 4 criterias they have to meet before deletion. But that's a great way to pretty much bite your tongue. Whoever's in their email division or account protection division might need to reconsider what they're sending, because that could be very alarming. In the case that Ubisoft, not The Verge, bold parts of how, and I quote, accounts that are including game purchases PC are not eligible for deletion. And it's notable that logging into a non-Ubisoft account like Steam can apparently save your account from deletion. If you have some subscription active or you purchase games in your Ubisoft accounts, you are pretty much protected. They can't delete that, otherwise you lose what you own under their policy. Let it be a little more clear. Let them be more transparent the next time you send that email. And yeah, guys, that is crazy. That is a crazy fact of how to bite your own booty by sending kind of like alarming information to your fan base. What is your thoughts about this? Leave me in the comments below. Do you like Ubisoft? I'm very Ubisoft lately. I haven't been in a great great graces with them because of just the product that they're releasing and quirks with the NFT dumbness, and that they're still trying to market towards us. But yeah, let me know your thoughts of this video in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. We are on our way to our 1,000 goal, guys, and I cannot stop appreciating everybody who shows the love. But yeah, guys, comments, feedback, let me know what I could do to make this content for you guys better, greater, and faster. I am doing my best to make it as less time consuming and better to absorb as much as possible. So once again, like always, I hope you guys have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night, and I see you guys on the other side. Cheers.